tired of fighting alone. I see the weight you carry unknown. But even in darkness, you're never on your own. I'll walk beside you, I'll carry you home.
Why would you root against him because he's Deion's son? I get the whole Rolex and the Rolls Royce around school. I get that. But, dude, you don't root against a kid.
Oh, the guy likes to dress nice.
And here's the deal.
He likes to have a nice car. He likes the women that like that stuff. Who is he hurting? The egos of fat sports writers wearing Hawaiian shirts never came close to top shelf pussy. That's why they don't like him.
Hey family, welcome back to the channel. This is 101 with your boy Cut Nice 50. If you're new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Even though I'm a person that helps inspire, motivate, and uplift people, sometimes you have to address these critics. So this is another Sheduer Sanders daily episode, and we're going to address some of his critics, his haters out there, and actually look into their perception of the Sanders family, and try to rationalize why do they actually hate these kids that much. I get hating Deion if you felt wrong by him back in the day, if he slid by you, whatever the case may be, we get it. But when it comes to Sheduer, what did this kid ever do to you? He's only thing he does is great in the community. He's a great teammate. He always uplifts his teammate. But you try to be particular about the little things that he might say when asked a specific question. He always give his O-lineman praise. He give his defensive lineman praise. Even after his first game that he got in at halftime against Baltimore and they lost, you heard Myles Garrett say he went to the team and addressed them and said it's his bad because he felt that he could do a whole lot better to actually win the game, even though he wasn't put in a position to win. Y'all got to think about that for a minute. But man, I tell you, just like the video, join the channel, help us grow, help us do some of these amazing interviews like we did about trauma, childhood trauma, tragedy, loss, and everything else out there, man. We do hot topics. We do a whole lot of things trying to bridge the gap with conversation and communication from different people on different walks of life. Myself personally, I'm not a person to be judgmental or judge or criticize others for about their own personal beliefs, or even if they agree or disagree. I believe we can do it in a respectful manner, with mutual respect, even if we see things differently. But that's just, with that being said, man, I want y'all to see this. I call him Deion Sanders' worst critic and hater. I guess his name is Jason Whitlock. I don't support nothing they do. I don't even watch these guys. And basically, over the last couple of years, writing my book, Fame, A Gift and a Curse. Now this could be where I release with TBN all around the globe. February 29th is our launch date. But I have many other books as far as Hold On and Unity Through Diversity, which I believe could benefit a lot of these critics and haters out there who are judgmental or other people about their own personal beliefs or decisions they make about their life. Myself personally, if you're not hurting anybody, you're not trying to hurt kids or people who can't defend themselves, I don't have an issue with it. Only God can judge you and criticize you and stuff like that, unless God gives me the word to actually step in and intervene on their behalf. Then that's when I'll make my move. But my gift has been simple: be calm, be the person that I am, try to uplift, motivate, and inspire others, and not bashing people. So when I see other people do that, I really don't try to even get it in mind. I just skip past it. I don't watch it. I don't promote them. I don't just promote negativity. We live in a time that we see it all the time. So we've been desensitized to a lot of negativity over the years. So that's why I started doing these Sheduer Sanders video. We seen the media crucify him. We seen the team even disrespect him. We seen Coach Kevin Stefanski after this win, after breaking a record, making history, all this other stuff. He gave even the special teams of a great run. Everybody else, he kind of hyped them up. But when it came to Sheduer Sanders, you see it's something there. He couldn't give him no kind of spotlight. Hey, you made history, whatever the case may be, because he backs Dylan Gabriel. Nobody, we all have pride at certain times in our life, and maybe he don't want to look like he's wrong because he picked Dylan Gabriel, who wasn't even predicted to be a top 3 pick or a 3rd round pick. He was undrafted or later in the rounds, but that's neither here or there. We know what Sheduer has to offer. We can see the excitement from the team. Myles Garrett is all the way behind them. So they couldn't bench him if they wanted to, or their stars. They already lose the locker room. But Shedeur is that guy. He brings excitement. And it's not just because he's a great player. He's a phenomenal person. He does a lot in the community. It's because God is with him. God is with Dion right now, and who knows their independent missions in life. A lot of people don't even think about that, but I always mixed faith and football when I played. That's the only reason that I was here. Well, I'm still lucky to be alive after so many close death situations in my life, and a lot of other people didn't make it. So we can normally skim past it when it comes to faith and football and athlete. I speak about a lot of that in some of my books. In Fame and Giving the Curse, I speak about my travels in football all around the globe, and basketball, and meeting different people. And it's only here in America when I see the hate is so common. People are bold to go ahead and spew hate or spew negativity. And sometimes you got to like your critics because they're putting your name out there. They're telling you what they perceive is wrong. And some things could be right. You could get a lot better, but that would fuse a lot of people. That would fueled me back in my day to be a better football player, a better athlete in life. But then it comes to a certain time and place in your life, you got to make the decision. What's your priorities? What's important? And for me, it was family. It was my daughter. So I ended up giving up football to come and be with her. She was struggling in middle school, high school, toe to toe or with odds with her mom. You know, when young girls start smelling themselves. So I put away my career for that. Who knows what God had in store for me? But maybe it was to get these books out there. I've been writing over 10 years. I done wrote around 8 or 9 books, but I only published 3. And that was recently after backing away from the TV for over 5 years. I don't really watch TV. I started getting back into my Bible, doing biblical studies. And I'm just excited about the chapter that we have next, man. But let's go ahead and watch these clips. Jason Whitlock, it'll be the first and only time y'all hear me address this guy because he just spills nothing but hate towards the Sanders family, all his kids. I mean, it's horrible out there. Y'all gonna watch that clip. I'll see if it get edited or whatever the case. I might have to edit the video and put it his face over it just for copyright reasons, stuff like that. Then we're gonna hear Stephen A. Smith addressing a phone call out there. And I know that'll be copywritten, so I have to let the audio play, and then I'll put his picture up there. And then y'all can hear the interaction that he has with one of these Sheduer Sanders fans who just hate the fact that people are talking about him. And he didn't have a phenomenal game. It could have been better, but that's all due to play calling. You can only do so much. He got taken out twice after driving the team down there to score. Those could have been touchdowns. So his stats would have been way better. And then I'm going to put this clip in there. I think one of the commentators, maybe it was Cleveland. It was one of the Cleveland Browns media, and he was talking about the QBR rating by ESPN, by all people, that it's all messed up. They gave Sheduer Sanders one of the low QBRs out there for a touchdown for all the stuff that he did, but they got people who with 5 interceptions, 6 sacks, and they got double the QBR rate than Sheduer Sanders. Hey, I don't look nothing about it, but he looked like he was a great player off a week of practice, and people taking that, even though they don't realize that Sheduer Sanders is jokingly. When he was on the podium addressing the media, he just said it. Nobody cares about that stuff. So just because he's boastful when it comes to interviews and stuff like that, he making a statement. If you don't have a sense of humor, you won't understand. If you know who this guy truly is a good human being, he's giving back. He has fun out there. So she asked him the fact, and you see people talking about it because we understand, we get it. I'm an ex-athlete. I'm gonna still be an athlete in some shape or form all my life, from working out, from fitness to bodybuilding. I got my own gym here at my own home. But I trained people over 25 years. So this is something that I live and I'm excited about as far as just health and wellness, keeping people healthy, keeping people inspired and motivated, trying to create or eliminate that bridge gap between different people who see things in a different light. Man, so let's go ahead and jump in these clubs, man. Hopefully y'all they staying blessed, staying safe, and hopefully I can let y'all see things a little differently. If you are a Sheduer Sanders hater, why hate this guy? And God is on his side. If you love God, you love people who do great things out there. Just put aside the football or what you think that he meant by certain things, but look at the character of his actions. Look at how other people on the team is actually excited for him. If you're a Cleveland Browns fan or are you just a Deion or Sheduer Sanders hater? Ask yourself that question, and why? Why do you hate this guy so much? Comment below. Let me know what you think, or just call me, DM me. I like to sit down and interview and pick your brain, and we can go back and forth, have a healthy debate of why you hate the Sanders family, why you hate Deion. If you are you just like my guy Jason Whitlock out there, let's go ahead and sit down. I think it's time to have a conversation about the hate that this young guy's getting. Hey, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in these clips. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. It's your boy, Connect Fit in. With that, we out.
What we witnessed yesterday is why the cliche, like father, like son, exists. And all you got to do is dial the clock back 3 years.
Hold on. Oh, no. Do you believe that? Huh?
Who said I didn't believe before?
No. I read through that bull junk you wrote. Ah!
What did I write?
Oh, no. Come
Can
on.
I ask my question?
Do you believe?
Do you believe now? We just saw Shedeur play not even an overrated, but a horrible Raiders team and come in and wag his finger at everybody. I told y'all.
Win is crazy. It's amazing, you know, off of 1 week of practice, you know what I mean? This 1 week of practice. So imagine, you know, what a full offseason look like. It get dangerous. But it's just a 1 week of practice, so I'm just truly thankful, you know.
And what happened with Deion when he did this? Hot start, 3-1 start. Deion's the toast of college football, and they finished 4-8. Shedeur has been discipled by a father that believes in instant gratification, who claims a Christian faith but rejects humility.
Yeah, we have an awesome relationship, and it was fun out there. You know, he's, you know, on the field, you know, he was kind of quiet, but like he's still him. Like that's one thing that I do respect about him. Like he's, you know, he was poised for a young guy. That's something I wasn't surprised about. You know, he's used to being in big moments and, you know, those type of environments, and he's like a little brother to me. So respect the hell out of him. I'm happy for him, and I'm just happy he's getting an opportunity. You know what I mean? I want to see him win and do well, and I think he will.
Let's call this what it is. If Sheduer Sanders was white, if Sheduer Sanders' father was a random truck driver and not Neon Deion and not Prime Time, you would not hear even a tenth of the stuff that is getting brought up about his personality, his character, his attitude leading up to this draft. Call it what it is. The NFL and its good boy network of coaches and owners and personnel cannot stand the concept of a young, confident, brash, black quarterback explaining to everybody that he knows his worth and doesn't need to impress anybody in order to be drafted. So naturally, they are going to find any and every reason to try and take this kid down a notch. You see, when Josh Rosen before his draft came out and said every team that passed on him would regret it, and when the Mannings came out and made sure that Eli would under no circumstances go to San Diego, they chalked that up to confidence in making a smart business decision. But when Sheduer Sanders comes out and lets it be known that he knows his worth as a player, and his pops comes back out and says that he believes fully in his son's ability to be a great quarterback, no, we can't have that. That's overdoing it. That's doing too much. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why that is. That's called racism. So you see, because we in the NFL, Sheduer Sanders, are so insecure about the way you carry yourself and the way you believe in yourself, we now have to find every and any reason to try and trash your abilities on the field to make it seem like you aren't that great. And this is nothing new, because Bill Polian came out before Lamar Jackson's draft and said he should convert to a wide receiver, but he wasn't asking Josh Allen to do that before the draft. The guy threw for over 3,900 yards last year. He had a QBR of over 160, 35 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. What exactly are we talking about here that he can't play? How does this make him trash? Why do we have to make the kid seem like a bum? Does it mean that it's a guarantee Sheduer Sanders is going to pan out, that he's going to be a franchise quarterback? Does it mean he's going to be a star? No. However, I do know this. Dak Prescott is getting paid at least $35+ million a year to be a B- quarterback at best. Sheduer Sanders has the ability to make every single throw on the football field that Dak Prescott has shown us the last 8+ years. That I do know. But the way this league has tried to and will continue to try to do leading up to this draft to knock this kid's talent, all because they don't like his personality, they don't like his demeanor, they don't like his father, is racist in every single way possible.
When you take into consideration, shout out to, there's one thing that was legendary about it is we've seen quarterback play here for years and years and years since 1995. Not one rookie, 0-17. 0-17.
Yeah, he's going down in the annals with guys like Eric Zier.
Starters. Eric Zier, he was the last person to do it. But the crazy thing, no cap is, and I'm gonna give him credit for this, man, because I don't think people understand the level of pressure level that is attached to it. Because I said before, I said, listen, what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to say, listen, when Dylan Gabriel played against Minnesota, I said I wanted a succession of plays to watch him continue to play and develop to see if he got better from week to week. And I said, I'm not going to judge him, and I'm not going to say, get him up out of here in that 1 week and what we were talking about. He played those games, and Dylan Gabriel played 6 games. And we saw with the ups and downs and giving an opportunity in a runway. But we got people, shout out to Nick Wright. Nick Wright says he got 1 game. If he don't play well in this game, he may never play for the Cleveland Browns or another team again. So the reality of the situation is the sliding scale was completely different. If Sheduer Sanders did not come out and acclimate himself well in this football game, there would have been a movement to move him out, and he would not even be playing. He wouldn't even be here talking about the 49ers. So that level of pressure that comes with that, knowing that you got 1 shot, 1 opportunity to go out here and prove yourself on 3 or 4 days, is what the pressure of the position is about. And I thought he did a great job of saying it is what it is. And at the end of the game, hey, I can't control who was getting reps and what reps was going to come, but I'm going to take them reps and make the opportunity the best of the opportunity. And I thought he did a good job of making that the best of his opportunity.
Every scar you wear tells a story worth pride of the nights you survive, with the pain locked inside of the mornings you rose when you wanted to quit, of the days you were drowning but refused to submit. You ain't weak cause you feel, you ain't lost cause you've been. Your flame still burning through the coldest wind, and this song's for the hearts that been searching for peace, for the souls holding on when the hurt won't cease. Yeah, you made it through things nobody believed. You carried the weight while still learning to breathe, and now it's your time to believe in you too. You're the reason this light still shines through.